Right, we've got another ODI selection matter on hand, so let's address all of it together, Atul. We just set it up for you and our viewers first. The selectors will pick the ODI side and squad for England tomorrow in Chennai, and they will have quite a few tough decisions to make. Zaheer Khan could be rested, while Harbhajan Singh may be dropped on account of his poor form.
Dhoni finishes off in style. India lift the World Cup after 28 years.
World champions on top of the world.
Scenes here, great joy at the 1KD. Great joy, you would say, all over India.
And just 4 months later, most of the stars in that historic victory are either injured or struggling with poor form.
He's made a mess of the stumps.
The selectors now face a dilemma as the likes of Yuvraj, Zaheer and Bhaji remain in doubt due to injury. Zaheer is likely to be rested from the ODIs to keep him fresh for the test against West Indies and Australia. If Bhaji is fit, he may have to fight for a place with Ojha.
Again, a case of too much cricket, far too much cricket. And he also was a victim of the IPL.
The batting remains more or less settled, with Yusuf Pathan likely to lose his place in the side to Rohit Sharma.
After Team India's shoddy performance in 2 tests so far, the selectors have their task cut out when they put together a team for the one-dayers. While sources suggest that Bhaji is likely to sit out, the selectors will back players on current form in an attempt to salvage pride in England. In New Delhi, Nidhi Tuli for Times Now.
Plenty of dilemmas, Atul. Squad of 16 for the ODIs, but do you see playing 11 for the 3rd test?
I just, shudder to take up my paper in the morning, another bad news, and you've just dropped the bomb that Sehwag has got hearing problems now, I mean, God forbid he calls for a run, or somebody calls him for a run and he doesn't move or something. And it was added that he has got some balance problems as well. So I think bad times are here again, and every day a couple of players just fall off the map. We've got a new look one-day squad, which I actually don't mind. This is another building phase we go into. After the World Cup, every country goes through that. 3-4 senior players, peak during the World Cup. And I think, and especially for Harbhajan Singh, I must say that I don't mind him not picked for one day, because we have got an excellent replacement for him. R. Ashwin is miles ahead of him coming to the one-day squad. I think he will fill his boots properly. In the test matches, I feel Harbhajan has still got a huge role to play. If he's not fit, give them rest, because we have suffered in the past because some players they feel that by the time the match comes around, they will actually become 100% fit. But that's letting the team down. And we have seen that with Zaheer Khan. I am just not sure about Virender Sehwag now as well. And Gautam Gambhir coming back. Gautam Gambhir was an impact injury. Can happen to anybody. It's not that bad. He will be fit. So I just feel that, I just hope that in this match against Northampton, they get some batting practice in the middle.
Yeah, batting practice both for Gambhir and Sehwag doesn't look like happening because they are out now. But coming back to the ODI squad, we see Rohit Sharma being there. The sources have told us he might get in. Yusuf Pathan might be left out. And Harbhajan Singh also would be dropped, and you might see a Pragyan Ojha making in there if they're thinking about 3 spinners. You think that's a fair call? And also, the likes of Murli Vijay, Abhinav Mukund, do you think these guys should be given a shot on the one-day squad?
I don't think so. I think one-day size is pretty much fixed with Virat and Rohit Sharma there. You can't even think of putting a question mark on them. And R. Ashwin is, I think, our front runner. Amit Mishra, because of the variety he brings in. Pragyan Ojha, yes, we have seen that English are not very proficient against left-arm spin. So I'm not very worried about Harbhajan being not there. More so about Zaheer Khan, because we need Zaheer Khan in England. And Yusuf Pathan is a double-edged sword. We know his problems with the short pitch swinging deliveries, and we know the kind of 6'5", 6'6" bowlers in England. So looking at hindsight tells us that Yusuf might not just be a blaster, what we have seen him do or achieve, and we might see him back when we play the one-day in India.